Okay, so you guys casted your votes and my boy Graveblade has entered the game. Luckily for me, Graveblade's first game was built in Unreal Engine 4, so it's quite easy to get the plugin into his project and then we could just get to work with that. By the way, if you're interested in who Graveblade is, check out my videos on the current version that I'm slowly chipping away at. After a fair bit of trial and error, I got all the animations working and threw them into Photoshop.
I can't stress how long this is actually taking.
But hey, we had something that looked pretty good. Actually, maybe too good.
It needs to be more pixely.
Fair point. I do need to do some editing to make it look a bit more 2D pixely. So the first point of call was making a pixel shader. This was actually ridiculously easy to make. The only problem is it affects everything in the level, and that's not what I'm going for. I want control over this. So the next thing I thought of doing was downsampling every sprite sheet. At this point, I was pretty happy with how it was looking, but the movement felt pretty rubbish. So I added an attack montage, and then I noticed how harsh the walk to idle transition was. I went digging through the old animation pack I was referencing in Unreal Engine 4 and thought there would be some type of run to idle transition. Most animation packs, when you buy them, usually come with those transition state kind of animations going from idle to walk or run start or something like that. This pack didn't have that, and I was too deep into it already after doing all that pixel stuff, and I went to the dark side and edited the sprites in Photoshop. I mean, it's not great, is it? But it kind of works, and I might come back and revisit that at a later point. But with a bit of timing and some delays, it kind of works. I also decided to throw in some type of tilty shift, depth of field thing going on. I always loved that, and I think it really adds to the game. I need to tweak it a little bit more, but you can see the difference from before and after. It's pretty sick. Whilst I was on this roll, I thought, hey, let's add a roll, or technically 4, because I wanted to go in any direction, but I did hit a wall. Typically in an Unreal Engine game, you have your character and you'll have their animation blueprints. Both of those work together. So if you have a variable speed, the animation blueprints will update the animation for walking, running, crouching, sprinting, all of that good stuff, as well as stuff like dodge rolling. It pretty much means I have to build an animation blueprint inside of the character's blueprint, and you don't get those pretty things like blend times, and there's just a lot more room for error, which isn't the best, but we can do it.
All right, this might be a little bit over-engineered, but pretty much when I press jump, it pulls the information from the WASD input, knowing if it's going X or Y, and then says, hey, are you moving or not? And if you are moving, are you going left or right or forwards and backwards? And then it chooses which flipbook to play.
But now we have another issue. Now we have got the animations in, they don't actually affect the movement too much, so we need something that really pulls us forward, backwards, left or right, and that's a little bit of math. It's not too hard. So in Unreal, there's about 50 different ways you can do the same type of thing. I just went for comfort food here, my old pal, Mr. Timeline. So whilst you're moving around in the game, the moment you press dodge roll, it's going to store that location right there and say, hey, what direction are you moving at? Okay, we'll multiply that and move it that way. If I'm pressing left and jump at the same time, it knows to multiply that way, and it will move him that way, whilst also animating at the same time. It's beautiful. It works so freaking well. All the other stuff did work, but it had some jagginess to it, as you can see. The timeline is silky smooth. I'm still not sure if I'm going to keep it, but for now, it's doing the job. But holy it looks ugly. And there's only one way to fix this. Electric nodes. So much better. Secondly, yes, this is a ton of code. It's ridiculous. I don't need that much. I will refine it for you guys, but I need you to do something for me. What even is this game right now? I mean, I've got the character model, so we know it's a third person, but is it an RPG, a roguelike RPG, a JRPG, an action adventure? What is it? Write down a suggestion in the comments. I will choose my favorite one or the most upvoted. Who knows how we're going to go about this one, but just write it down. Let me know what you think it should be, and hey, you might get selected. That'd be pretty sweet. Anyway, I've been George64. This is Game Builders. I will see you very soon. I need to go to bed at some point today because I've been up for 36 hours already. Goodbye.